So last video I have told how to do the impulse invariant method. Today we'll see the second problem. Convert h of s equal to 2s minus 1 divided by s square plus 5s plus 4 to h of z using impulse invariant method with the sampling period of 0.5 seconds. So t they given it as a 0.5 second. So we have to convert h of s to h of z by impulse invariant method. So for going for the impulse invariant method, we have to go for the partial fraction expansion method. So here they given this transfer function is 2s minus 1 divided by s square plus 5s plus 4. So in this, the denominator term, if you are factorizing, we'll get s plus 1 and s plus 4. Correct. So we'll get the constant what is a, what is b. So you can go for your method also. We can find out what is a and what is b. So we are getting minus 1 and another one is b value as a 3. So if you're substituting here, it is minus 1 divided by s plus 1 and b value we are getting it is 3 divided by it is s plus 4. So this is your h of s. So now we have to convert this h of s into h of z by impulse invariant method. So this is the formula. So it is in this form, that is c1 divided by s minus p1. It is replaced by the constant will come as it is, and the s minus p1 will be replaced by 1 minus e to the power of p1 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So similarly, if we are taking the first term, we are getting it is minus 1 divided by s plus 1. So here it is minus p1. So we can write minus of minus 1. So the poles we are getting it is a minus 1. So minus the top, the constant it will come as it is. It is minus 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power of the poles we are getting also minus 1 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So similarly here the second term, the constant will come as it is 3 divided by, so the poles here it is s plus 4, we can write minus of minus 4. So here it is 1 minus e to the power of the poles we are getting is minus 4 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So here it is a minus 1 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So here it will be minus 4 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So here the t they given it is a 0.5 seconds. So if you are substituting t value as a 0.5 and e to the power of minus 0.5 will be it is 0.606, and again here e to the power of minus 4 into 0.5 is 0.135. So this is your h of z. So furthermore, if you want, we can simplify also this z inverse we can bring to the denominator term, and if you are cross multiplying, we can simplify the answer also we can write. So this is your h of z. And then next problem, a system function of the normalized low pass filter is given by h of s equal to 1 divided by s square plus root 2 into s plus 1. Determine h of z using impulse invariant transformation. Consider t equal to 1 second. So here h of s they given as a 1 divided by s square plus root 2 into s plus 1. So this we can write it as a, we can write s plus 1 by root 2 the whole square plus 1 by root 2 the whole square. If you are expanding here, so we'll get this expression, it is s square plus root 2 into s. So 1 by root 2 we can write it is a 0.707, and again here also it is 0.707 the whole square. So now if you want this, if you want to convert this h of s into a h of z. So if you want to convert it to h of s into h of z, so we need some constant divided by that poles, correct? But here we are having some constant also. So directly we cannot write down your impulse invariant transformation. So here we have to go for the other expression. So this is a 4 different formulas are there. That is if it is in any one of the form, your h of s is s divided by s plus s square. So your h of z is, this is your h of z. So similarly it is in the form h of s is b divided by s plus a square plus b square. So we can write down this one. So we have to remember the 4 formula. So directly we can write down h of s will be converted into it as a h of z. So if you are going here according to your formula, so problem here it is 1 divided by s plus 0.707 the whole square plus 0.707 the whole square. So that means here we can bring to this form. So if you have b term in this numerator if you are having, then we can write this is your h of z. So if you want to bring the numerator b term, so we have to multiply and divide by this term. So if you are multiplying with b, so it is 0.707 into it is 1 divided by 0.707. So here 1 divided by 0.707 if I am taking outside, we will get the term it is 0.707 divided by s plus 0.707 the whole square plus 0.707 the whole square. So it is in this form. It is b divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square. So we can write the expression this is your h of z. So here if you are applying the impulse invariant, so this is in this form, that is b divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square. So we have to write down this is your h of z. So here what is e to the power of minus a into t? What is a here? A is nothing but this is 0.707 into t sin bt. Again b value also 0.707 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So divided by 1 minus 2 into e to the power of minus at. So it is 0.707 into t. So cos bt is 0.707 into t into z to the power of minus 1, plus here it is z to the power of minus 2 into e to the power of minus 2 into a into t. So 2 into a value is 0.707, so we are getting minus 1.414 into t. So this is your transformation h of z. So in this we are taking t value as a 1 second. So if you are substituting t as a 1 second, so e to the power of minus 0.707 is 0.493. Again here if you are substituting t as a 1, sine of 0.707 is 0.649 into z to the power of minus 1. So divided by 1 minus 2 into e to the power of, again t value as a 1, e to the power of minus 0.707 is 0.493. Again here if you are substituting t value as a 1, cos of 0.707 is 0.76 into z to the power of minus 1, z to the power of minus 2 into e to the power of minus 0.141 is 0.243. So this again we can multiply, and all the terms we are multiplying, so we will get this is your h of z. So next problem, fourth one, determine h of z using impulse invariant technique for the analog system function h of s is 1 divided by s plus 0.5 into s square plus 0.5 into s plus 2. So if you are finding out this, if you are expanding this expression s square plus 0.5 into s plus 2, this will get a complex root and repeated roots. So this we can write c1 divided by s plus 0.5, and here we'll get c2 into s plus c3 divided by s square plus 0.5 into s plus 2. So this we have to find out what is c1, what is c2 and what is c3. So you can go for your method and we can find out. So c1 I am getting it is a 0.5. Remaining term I am equating the coefficient and finding out. So just if you are cross multiplying and equating to 1, so here we'll get the s square term, and here we can get s term, and here we'll get the constant. So if you are comparing this constant with your here 1, so we are getting constant c3 value as a 0, and if you are comparing your coefficient of s with 1, so here we are getting, here there is no s term here, so it is 0 equal to your s term is, it is 0.5 c1 plus 0.5 c2 plus c3. So c2 values it is minus 0.5. So we are getting c1, c3 and c2 value. So we can substitute in this equation. So c1 value is 0.5, c2 is minus 0.5, but c3 value we got it as a 0. So this is the HA of S, we got it. So again for first term we can apply your impulse invariant directly, because it is in the form constant divided by the poles. So we can write down your impulse invariant directly, but for this expression we cannot write. So we have to bring into the any one of the form, that is 4 equation already I have told. So in this we have to bring into any one of the form and we have to write down. So that means here we are having a s term here. So this minus 0.5 I am taking outside. So s term is there. So here we can write s plus a divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square. In this form we can write. So if you are writing here, so here we have to we want a term we should have. So a term is here it is 0.5, and we are adding and subtracting with 0.25. So here we can split into, it is a 2 term we can split. The s plus 0.25 divided by this term, and this minus 0.25 divided by this term we are splitting into, here it is a 2 term here, and this first term we can apply the formula will be, that is s plus a divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square is, this is your h of z. So we are first term will be replaced by this one. So second term here we are having, it is minus 0.25 divided by this term we are having. For this we cannot write any h of z. So it should be in this form. Here it should have a b naught term we want. So here b values it is 1.39. So we have to multiply and divide with, here it is 1.39, and this will be in the form b divided by, it is s plus a the whole square plus b square. So for this transformation, so this is your transformation here. So here is this term s plus 0.5 divided by s plus 0.5, directly we can apply your impulse invariant. 0.5 will come as it is. The poles we can write minus of minus 0.5. So we can write e to the power of minus 0.5 into t into z to the power of minus 1. So this we can write, it is in this form s plus a divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square. So this is the h of z. And and again this form minus 0.25 divided by 1.39 is, it is 0.09. So again this one will be, it is b divided by s plus a the whole square plus b square. The transformation is, this is the transformation. So in this case again in question they didn't mention about t value. If it is not mentioned, we can assume t value as a 1 second and we can find out. So if we are substituting here t value as a 1 second, and we can find the final value of h of z. So your h of, we are substituting t as a 1 second. So this is the expression we are getting. So this is your h of z.